afternoon, Boulder Rotary.
Good afternoon.
Linda Davidson, would you please lead us in the pledge and the four-way test?
I will. For those who'd like to follow along, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now on to the four-way test. Things that we say. First, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you. Pam and Vanessa, would you please introduce today's guests here in the room and on Zoom?
Okay, here we go. If you have a guest, could you invite your guest to stand with you, and I will come so that you can introduce your guest? Do we not have any guests? Oh, there you go.
Oh, thank you very much. So I want to introduce my friend and neighbor, Bob Owens. Bob's a good friend of mine, and I've known him for a long time.
Okay. Welcome, Bob. Thank you. Okay. You know, Chad, you have a family, you have a job, you have a lot of work to do, and you've been leading us now for half of your term. Right? Have you just passed the halfway mark?
Yeah.
Let's give Chad a hand for such a good job.
Hi, I would like to welcome all of our Zoom guests today. Can you hear me, please? Sorry. We have, if you would like to unmute yourself, I believe that we have David Askey on Zoom. Would you like to say hi?
Hi, yes, I'm unmuted. This is David Askey, and I'm here with Dorothy Rickert.
I'm sorry, we are having some technical difficulties. Would I like to just move on to Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck Mulvaney here from Seminole, Florida. Just here checking on Chad on this 6-month review here, making sure he's doing the job.
Yes, welcome everybody on Zoom and here in the room to Boulder Rotary. This is the best place to be on a Friday afternoon. Today is a special day for Boulder Rotary. I really want to make sure that we focus on one of the tenets of our club. If you ask other clubs around the district what they will tell you, we are known for our youth services and our support of our local students. And hopefully today is a reflection of that through the course of the program. The first thing that is representative of that, I'd like for everybody to take out your raffle tickets. The raffle is not just a way to keep Bill Anderson's lights on. It's also a way that we support our local students through scholarships. So if you take out your ticket, the number is 724861. 724861. While we're doing that, while people are pulling their tickets out, Marty Evans graciously donated 2 tickets for the CU-UCLA basketball game. Saturday night, 7 p.m. These are really good seats. I said I was going to retire as an auctioneer, but I'm going to come back for one more day. And I'm going to auction these off for $100 a pair. Do I hear $100 a pair, $100 a pair, $100 a pair? Do I hear $100, $100 a pair? These are good seats, people. CU basketball, better than the football team. $100 a pair, $100 a pair. Do I hear $100? UCLA, it is a legacy program in college basketball. Anyone? Do I hear 80? Do I hear 80? 80. Anyone on Zoom? Is there anyone on Zoom? No? $100? $50? $50. Do I hear 60? Do I hear 60? Do I hear 60? Do I hear 60? Anyone? 60, $60, $60, $60, come on, $60, $75. Do I hear $75? $75, $75, 60. $50? I think that's it. Congratulations. Please don't make me do that again. Next, I'd like to turn it to Zoom, where we have Bill Rubin, who is going to talk a little bit about Interact and what the Interact program has been doing over the last bit of time here.
So I'm here to talk a little bit about Interact, and I just wanted to start off by saying a little bit about the history of Boulder Rotary's involvement with Boulder Valley School District and the Interact program in particular. There's many programs that we do with Boulder Valley Schools, including in the past we had students coming from monthly who were chosen by counselors or staff to join us for meetings. We also, of course, have done some volunteer work with the Adelante program, which Michelle Carpenter leads up. We also have scholarship programs, but the Interact program is essentially a Rotary club in the high school. So we have two clubs that we sponsor. One is at Boulder High and one is at Fairview. And we've been doing this for about 15 years or so, maybe a little longer. I got roped into this by Darryl Brown way back when. And then when he moved on to other things, I stepped in, and I've been doing it now for probably 10, 12 years. So the Boulder High Club has been in the past involved with different types of community outreach programs, just like a Rotary Club. I mean, really, it is a Rotary Club. It's just that it's run by students, and they get to choose what they do. They set their own agenda, they run their own meetings, and they choose the projects they're going to be involved in. And the role of the Rotary sponsors is to help mentor them in being successful in whatever they choose to do. And it's quite exciting to walk into a meeting and at first they don't know what they're doing. By the end of the semester or the end of the year, they really got it figured out. And those skills are lifelong. And it's very heartwarming to see. So there's about 25 or 30 members of the Boulder High Rotary Club, maybe 15, Boulder High Interact Club, maybe about 15 or 20 at the Fairview Club. And in the last couple of years, things have been, of course, disrupted because of COVID. And especially in the last 8 months, I have not been able to go into the schools and attend the meetings. The volunteers from outside of the staff and students are not allowed in at this time. So that being said, the prior year when COVID first hit, we were doing everything on Zoom, so I was able to do stuff. But right now, it's pretty limited. That being said, the leadership at the Boulder High and Fairview High clubs, the student leadership is very strong. And they have been involved in the past with lots of different types of Rotary initiatives, including this Peaceful Schools initiative. They've also worked with an annual fundraiser called Jam Fest. It's been going on for about 15 years also. It's a battle of the bands between the two schools, and they raise money for various causes that they choose. This coming year, the money that's going to be raised will go towards the Marshall Fire Relief Fund, through the Community Foundation. And they're actually, the Boulder and Fairview High Interact clubs are coordinating with Interact clubs all over the state to do fundraisers and funnel the money towards that relief. It's really pretty cool. In the past, they've also worked with the Family Learning Center. They've done feeding of the homeless. They've done different types of craft projects to make blankets for the homeless. They've worked with a creek path cleanup project. They also did, during the first year of COVID, they did an online art auction, which raised about $1,600 for the Equal Justice Initiative, which is something that's a program that's supported by the National Football League, for example. And so they're quite creative. And the challenge for me is to keep up with them, frankly, because I still do things like mail letters, and talk on the phone. And that's not what young people do these days. And so the social media thing is not my thing. So how to learn how to interact and support them and give them the kind of feedback and so on to be successful. It's been really fun. Let me just say that the current challenge right now for us, Nancy Chin Wagner and I were partners in crime for about 2 or 3 years. She's moved away. And so I'm looking for someone to help me. Stan Gorelnik has said he's interested, but we also could use other folks who might want to mentor kids, not only at the Boulder High Club, but at the Fairview High Club as well, because I know that Shawnee Khan is looking at making a change in the fall. So if anyone's interested, please contact me or Shawnee Khan, and we'd be happy to kind of walk you through what it is that's involved. Anyway, that's it. That's the update. It's really a fun thing to do. So.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Shoni, for all you do for Interact. Next, I'd like to do a quick Rotary Youth Exchange check-in. While John Jonas comes up here, I want to give everybody a quick update from the district. Tomorrow, we are interviewing 10 students to go outbound. Roughly five of those, I believe, are from Boulder. So we are once again representing a majority share of the outbound students. RI this week gave us notification that exchanges are resuming on January the 1st. And Mike Wilcox at BVSD just notified me that BVSD is also resuming their exchange programs as well. So we are all set to go for 2022-2023. And now I'd like to introduce John Jonas, a member of our Youth Exchange Committee, who is going to do a real check-in with a former student over in Croatia.
Hi, everyone. So we have a special guest with us this afternoon. It's actually evening her time, but Lara was here a few years ago. And do we have Lara up on the screen, Fred? Okay, Lara, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So good to see you.
So good to see you too.
So Lara, it's been a few years, so for those of us with poor memory, or for those of us who may not know you, why don't you tell us a little bit about where you're from and what your exchange year here looks like?
So I'm Lara. Maybe some of you remember me. I was an exchange student 3 years ago here in Boulder, and I'm from Croatia, a little country in Europe. I came to Colorado as a 15-year-old girl who didn't know anything about US or school system, and even my English was so bad. It was really bad. But thanks to my first host family, who was John's family, I fit in pretty quickly, and everything seemed so much easier when I had you next to me. My English also improved so much, I would say, and I would say my whole exchange year was one big highlight. I haven't had really low lights. And yes, I really loved your school system. It's so much better than Croatian one. You can concentrate on what you want to do, and teachers are so friendly. They were so friendly to me. They always try to help me, and I would always get good grades. I haven't had bad grades. And yes, also I would say the best part of my year was that first 4 months when I was in your family. I got to be part of my school team. I played volleyball for my school team, and yes, it seemed like everything was perfect.
That's great, Laura. Thanks. Not sure if you can see some of the photos scrolling through, but we dug up some old ones. Any tough spots in your exchange, or any challenges that you came across?
Maybe one big challenge for me was that that first time I had to switch my host families. It was around Christmas time, and I got pretty homesick, and that I had to be a new family. I didn't know that was a hard time for me, and also when I had to switch my second and third host family, it was only for like 2 months. I haven't connected with them much, and I felt a little bit lonely there, but that's all part of exchange, so I accept it.
Yeah, it's not easy to make those two changes within the school year, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, what are you up to these days? So you're now in your freshman year?
Yes, I studied geology engineering in Zagreb, here at University of Mining Geology and Petroleum Engineering. It's really hard. Freshman year is really hard, and I work when I'm able to. I don't have really spare time, but also I hang out with my friends when I'm able to, as much as I can because of coronavirus. So I would say my life is a little bit boring right now.
All right, well, we have to wrap up, but before we go, anything in particular in Boulder that you miss?
Oh, I miss everything. I really miss everything. From school to my host families, my friends, even mountains and snow. It was cold. It was really cold weather. At that time, I'm not really here in Croatia. It's not that cold, and yeah, everything is. I don't know. I miss everything about. And also, I forgot to say, thanks to Boulder Rotary Club, I got to be part of East Coast trip. Boulder Rotary Club paid half of the price, and yes, there was like 50 students from all around the world, and I got new friendships from China, France, Argentina, Brazil, and I'm thankful really for that. It's something that not everybody can experience.
Laura, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, John. Thanks for hosting and for all you do for the club on the Youth Exchange front. Hands down, my favorite part of Rotary. There's no doubt about that.
So thank you, Dr. Anderson. That was very informative. And those of you in the community, all of us, appreciate you so much. So in keeping with our partnership today with the Boulder Valley School District and the Boulder Rotary Club, we are pleased to announce that there are 2 projects that, through the Boulder Rotary Club Foundation, our club will be supporting. The first project is Destination Imagination, where students from grade K through 12 will be challenged to solve problems and complete tasks by using engineering, research, strategic planning, and other thought-provoking skills Our Boulder Rotary Club Foundation has paid $2,500 for that effort. The second endeavor, the Battle of the Books, allows students from grades 3 to 12 to participate by fostering a love of reading through teaching students how to work together in a group for a common purpose and goal, to expose them to award-winning literature, and to encourage a lot of reading. Our Boulder Rotary Club Foundation has paid $2,300 to support this activity. And for both of these projects, which also support the passion of Leo Hill, a longtime Rotarian and friend to many of us, these projects also allow for volunteer opportunities for our club members, which, as you all know, because of COVID, has been sorely lacking over the last couple of years. We will be providing more information during the next several weeks on both of these projects and how to participate, along with providing more information to you about our ongoing annual effort with our spelling bee. So on behalf of the trustees of the Boulder Rotary Club Foundation, I want to personally thank Norris Hermsmeyer. He couldn't be here today. He's watching us, I think, on Zoom. But he has been the one that has spearheaded these projects, and we're so proud of him and appreciate his work. So I'd like to give him a round of applause. And lastly, but certainly not least, on behalf of all of us in the Boulder Rotary Club, we want to express our deep appreciation to Gordon Gamm. Not only has he been a very generous donor to the Boulder community, as many of you know, but he has also been the major donor for these two projects. I don't believe he's here today. I haven't seen him, but I thought it would be nice to give him a warm round of applause and thanks as well. So thank you, and please stay tuned in the next couple of months for more information on how to participate with all of these projects. Thank you.
Just one quick update. The Battle of the Books, Linda Niels is going to actually chair that, and she's going to spearhead the volunteer effort. Right now, we're still looking for a lead on the Destination Imagination project, which is the STEM-related project. So if you are interested, please let me know about that. I appreciate everyone staying a few minutes late here today. We have a very important video announcement that's going to run on our board nominees.
The opportunity that I've been given to be a member of this wonderful group of Boulder Rotarians. I find the members to be so inspiring and engaging, and I have grown so much, and I am so appreciative of this opportunity. As a board member, I would like to focus on increasing our membership while also supporting all of the great work that everyone is engaged in. Thank you.
Had been an important part of my life and gave me a sense of connection to our community. But during COVID, its relevancy to me has declined as meetings went online and my committee involvement through the Youth Exchange Program became far less. Perhaps I'm naive, but I do believe life will be going back to normal as the year progresses. I'd love to be a part of the reawakening of the in-person version of the club and to be a contributor to its strength going forward. Thanks so much for your consideration.
My involvement with Rotary started 50 years ago when I was an international student studying at the University of Stockholm. The Swedish Rotary Club had a mentorship program, and a couple was assigned to me. They really helped acclimate me to the culture. They took me to dinner and museums and events, and the woman even sewed a gown for me to attend the Nobel Peace Prize ball. My son went to RILA, and then he got 2 college scholarships from Boulder Rotary Club. In 2008, I joined the Commerce City Rotary Club, which is where in the community where I worked. I served on the board, and I was very lucky. I received Rotarian of the Year 2 times. My life has been focused on helping others and serving the underserved. I went into the field of social work, and for about 40 years, I ran nonprofits providing services mostly to underserved children. So Rotary is really crucial to me. They really help me fulfill my mission of improving the lives of others. My hope is that if I were on the board, I would always speaking with the voice of how can we engage more Rotarians in the meaningful activities that are fundamental to the mission of the club.
Good afternoon, Boulder Rotary. I'm Linda Rogers, a new Red Badge member. I'm honored to be part of this amazing club and to have this opportunity to serve our community. I'm very new to Rotary, but I'm not new to service. Service above self has been the focus of my life. As a nurse and family therapist, my life has been about helping others through their challenging times. Moving with my family over 20 years gave me the opportunity to live and work around the country and world and see the needs and challenges of so many diverse families and communities. At my first Rotary meeting on September 17th, as a guest of Sue Dean's, I was so impressed by your code, the 4 awesome questions in the 4-way test, the amazing TED Talk program, and the very informative organized meeting. I knew this was a place for me. I have much to learn, but I have amazing sponsors, and everyone has been so welcoming and encouraging. Your phenomenal organization, starting with the monthly Red Badge meetings, has been a great way to start. I love Rotary's areas of focus, promoting peace, behavioral wellness, disease prevention and clean water, maternal and child health, education and literacy, the environment and sustainability. It's like one-stop shopping for service opportunities for me. I love that Rotary gives me one place to put my energy and get involved. I'm committed and very eager to work on projects that will improve our communities at home and abroad. This is the right place and the right time for me to serve with you. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for this opportunity.
Hi, my name is Doug Rutherford. I am a candidate for the Boulder Rotary Club Board of Directors. I've been with the club for about 10 years. I joined the club primarily because my father is in the club, Rob Rutherford. I have a brother who's in the Boulder Valley Rotary Club, so we are a family of Rotarians. I love Rotary. One of the main reasons why I love Rotary is I think it's the #1 vehicle to do good at the local level, at the state level, and at the global level. The reason I love Boulder Rotary is because of the people. Their willingness to take action, their ability to take action, the ideas we come up with. One of my fond memories of Rotary is a few years back when we came up with the water bottle refilling station, and that won Project of the Year for Preserve Planet Earth Committee. And the thing I loved most about that project is how Rotary opened the doors to so many areas for us, and how people wanted to join us and partner with us. Other clubs, City of Boulder Water, Boulder Valley School District. One vision I have for Boulder Rotary is that we can do something similar again, not necessarily that project, but a project that can be done well at the local level, and then we can parlay that to the state level and then maybe even global level. And I think with Boulder Rotary we can come up with some of those great ideas and execute on that. But anyway, I love Boulder Rotary, and thank you for your consideration.
It's 45 years since I answered the call to spin with the rotary wheel, to serve and to sync with like-minded folks in response to a good friend's appeal. To serve above self was a beckoning goal, and it called me to many a meeting. But beyond the assemblies, the programs and such, it rewarded in projects completing. Presiding a club, running for gov, exploring most pathways of service, I can work for our club whatever it does and not make anyone nervous. Now with memories behind and achievements ahead, we move toward a challenging time. But I promise you all, we can answer that call. And by George, we can do it in rhyme.
Greetings, fellow Rotarians. I am honored to be one of the 8 people asked to be on the board, and I have no doubt that no matter which four people are selected, we'll be well served going into the future. I haven't met many of you. Most of my meetings in my year now being on in the club have been on Zoom, but I continue to be inspired by the commitment, generosity, and devotion that everyone in Boulder Rotary shows to our community. In today's world where there's so much divisiveness, it is so inspiring to be in this club where we are from diverse backgrounds, diverse political interests, and our commitment to devotion and service above self is paramount in the work that we do. And in terms of the future of Boulder Rotary, my inspiration, my vision for what I would like to see in the club is that we are able to help our fellow community members in Louisville and Superior as they rebuild their lives from the devastating Marshall Fire.
Why I love Rotary. As many of you know, this is my 4th Rotary Club. I've been a member of 2 clubs in Oregon and 2 in Colorado. And I've just always felt that there's no better way to know a community and serve your community than through your local Rotary Club. It's all about what's in our values of serving our communities and making them better for places to live and to be safe, to educate our children, to be actually understanding of what's important in each of these communities. And why I love Boulder Rotary is because it has such a long-standing history of serving this community so well. And if anything could be summarized, again, it's about how do we make a difference? How do we make a difference for that community and do that in that sort of camaraderie that we all share in Rotary among all of these individuals who have joined together in this endeavor. If I had a vision for Rotary going forward, I'd love to see us all back in person again after this pandemic. I think we all miss that networking, the ability to share what's going on in our lives, and the ability to actually work together again on things that are important to us. And of course, always we need to think about expanding our membership. We have a very diverse community, and we need to continue to work on that so that we represent all parts of Boulder and all the areas that we all have some interest in and passion in to make our community better. So thank you for the invitation.
Now I'd like to introduce Carl Kurtz, the President-elect nominee, who is joining us online.
Thanks, Chad. I wish I could be there in person today, but 2 days ago, Janet, my wife, came down with COVID-like symptoms. We've both been tested, but we haven't gotten the results yet. Now, I don't have any symptoms, so I was sorely tempted to come in person today. But then I thought about the 4-way test, and I realized that I wouldn't be telling the truth. It wouldn't be fair to everyone. Certainly wouldn't build goodwill, and the only one it would benefit would be me. But I do want to offer a few thoughts on being honored with this nomination to be president-elect. So here I am on Zoom. I want to start with a quote that I often used in my career dedicated to strengthening democracy across the 50 states and in several third world countries. Justice Louis Brandeis said, "The only title superior to that of our president in our democracy is the title citizen." I want to paraphrase that and say, the only title in Rotary superior to president is the title Rotarian. By that I mean it is you, the members of the club, that are its strength. My appreciation and admiration for what we do collectively is where I have drawn my inspiration as a club member. In my mind, the best leaders of Rotary are the ones who listen to the members and our aspirations and help steer us to become the best we can be. One of the things I like best about Rotary is the opportunity for community involvement. In 42 years working for the nation's state legislatures, I spent a lot of time traveling to all 50 state capitals. As a result, I had little time for local community involvement, and I missed that. I did have some vicarious involvement because my wife, Janet Beardsley, was intensely involved in the community as director of the YWCA of Boulder County and a member of this club. When I retired, I sought out Rotary as a way of expanding involvement in community. And thanks to my sponsors, Norris Hermsmeyer and Tom Stiers, I'm happy to have found a home in the Rotary Club. In my 6 years in the club, my focus has been on the program committee and club service. That felt good because I was applying the Rotary value of vocational service, the idea that we should all contribute our expertise to the needs of the community. In my work life at the National Conference of State Legislatures, I designed and put on hundreds of educational and professional development programs. So programming for our club was a natural fit. As a result, though, I haven't been as active on the community and international service side of Rotary as I might have been. So I have a huge amount to learn about these areas, and I will need your help in doing that. I want to conclude by saying that I am deeply honored by this nomination, and I look forward to helping this club not only to be the best place to be on a Friday afternoon, but also the best Rotary club in the city, in District 5450, in the nation, and in Rotary International. Thank you, and I look forward to serving you.
We will circle back to birthdays in the brew next week. Thank you for your continued attention. Thank you, Rob, for your great presentation and for all you've done in leadership. And thank you, Boulder Rotary, for all you do for our youth in the community. Meeting adjourned.